Alright, OBS recording is go. Discord stream is go. And we have Epsilon music. Alright, starting in the bottom right, playing as the Red Russia, we have NULL. As in, that is actually their name. It is not in fact NULL. In the top right, playing as the Purple China, we have JackoDerp. I haven't actually seen NULL play before, but as most of us here will know Jacko's presence in most tournaments, he usually comes out fairly victorious, consistently getting through to finals or at least semis. And NULL I've never seen play before. But it looks like NULL already has a fairly good grip of the situation at hand. He already knows he's clearing out the oil derricks and clearing out the fencing. Moving out to the left as well. Got both engineers, dogs ready to scout, so he already seems to be on top of things. As Jacko sends out a large number of contingents of his own dog scouts through the centre and across the right. Both players have elected to move their MCV. The top player actually has the better base crawl / building positions, mostly because it's slightly more forgiving, and that MCV placement is generally more or less where you want to be, but the top bottom player can't necessarily do something like that because there are a little bit more rocks and foliage in the way. But he's also got his own base crawl down. An interesting test reactor placement, as he is going to get scouted factory damage versus dog armor is negligible at best. But he has secured his garrisons. There's not going to be that much for the business in that department, as he's got a sizable number of conscripts now. What he's going to try and do with them is, let's guess, the Russia pick would probably suggest leaning towards a shock trooper and Tigger rush kind of play, which makes sense. That is generally what most people use Russia for, considering the sheer power of the shock trooper. However, it looks like Jacko is really just going to play this one relatively cautiously. He's got a lower amount of conscripts, although he's evened it out now. So both players just conduct an angry staring contest in the center. Oh, hello, looks like NULL is going to move out. I hear Terror Drone. Oh, there it is. That is Dave the Terror Drone making his re-emergence here. Or is that? No, that looks like NULL's Terror Drone. I genuinely can't tell, but we have a conscripts coming on the right. It looks like NULL, with sheer numbers, is able to overpower Jacko up on the high ground. But he hasn't really got that many conscripts left to actually do anything with them. Jacko's starting to mine out the gems, so his economy is starting to go into overdrive. He is the richer player, but so is NULL. He hasn't quite got his second refinery yet. He's going to have a fun time placing. He's probably going to be right behind the bunker there. That is a long travel time, but the minute he gets that down, there it is. Yeah, that's exactly where I thought it was. And he's redirected all of his miners onto the gem set. Both players relatively even on the miner count, but NULL has dedicated his fourth miner to the gem field. Jacko's ahead by one miner now. That is in fact NULL's Terror Drone, but he gets shot by the war miner with his own self-defense, which 2 shots Terror Drones, I believe. And that had already been damaged, so even though it had the rear attack angle where it can actually infect a war miner, it didn't have the health to survive the first shot, which is unfortunate. And there was a repair drone in the area anyway, so there was an attempt. Jacko going to try and sneakily capture the tech maintenance, not tech maintenance, tech machine shop. There we go. Hey, can you tell I woke up half an hour ago? But NULL is there to shut that down. No engineer on his own though, as he starts to transition well and truly into shock troopers. He's finished producing miners. He's mostly mined out the gem field now. He transitions to Tigger APCs here. And for the rush, Jacko decides to go straight for the tier 3. He rushes the tier 3 with Tesla reactors as well. He should have the power for that, which you only need about 5 Tesla reactors to support your tier 3, which is actually quite a lot faster than the nuke reactor. You can always get that after. So we see a second MCV here. It looks like Jacko's solution to the shock trooper problem is going to be a... No, it's not going to be a base push, never mind that. Oh, okay. That is a spicy call here, considering the Armadillo's reputation. So that is going to be his answer. He's going to go for the armadillo. There's his tier 3. He's building his nuke reactor now because, yeah, that is... Actually, that's not too bad. It's actually quite reasonable. And there's Yanru on the way, despite the fact there's not that many vehicles out. And now working on his tier 2. I think he's really realistically missed a timing window for the shock trooper rush. I probably think Raven's pass is probably a little bit too big for that. Here we go, we've got some pyros in the mix, but the conscripts absolutely shred everything that tries to come up there, only taking 2 casualties. So Null's gonna want to find another way around. We're starting to see eradicators come out on the field here. So Null's gonna want to tech up relatively quickly. Gets his radar down as he starts base crawling down towards the bridge. He's gonna try and make his presence known. Jacko can simply move an MCV up here and do the same. Null decides to sod that high ground attack, but we're going to swing around, which is honestly the sensible call right now, because attacking up this in this kind of scenario is pure hell. You see Centurion now emerges. Yeah, there's no way Null doesn't hear that. He knows Senti's just come out. There's the hammer defense. This is going to be a very terrifying endeavor for this army that Null has. It's not going to be wise to throw it away. He needs to keep that alive just for fuel presence. It's not enough to attack into Jacko though. He has well and truly missed the timing. He decides that his response to the visible Yanru is going to be a Foxtrot. Oh, this Foxtrot could be scouting. Yeah, that looks like a scout Foxtrot. Decides to take a shot at some of the eradicators, but alas doesn't get any. Jacko decides that now with the airfield presence, Yanru is better off than the Centurion instead of the ability to micro her. Skipping Yanru out to the Centurion is a valid decision, because that way you get exercise all of the micros and decide what you want to EMP. But in this case, with Foxtrot's out and about, Jacko doesn't want to lose her to that. So he's going to go the Centurion. It's the industrial plant as Jacko's military industrial complex well and truly comes online. Technique reactor down from Null. He's working on his palace, but money is a huge concern. He's going to get his own second MCV, which is an interesting call. There's not a lot of overall field presence and congestion here, so he'll probably get away with it. It's just that, once again, money is an issue. Got another refinery up here, second barracks, there's his MCV. Oh, he's working on a third one. Okay, that's interesting. I imagine this MCV is going to go all the way up here in an effort to try and stand in the situation. In the meantime, though, Jacko decides to slowly push in. Gunnery MP's one digger. There's a lot of conscripts here. The main force is that Centurion. Null's going to focus that down quite heavily, but I don't know if he's going to get it. Jacko decides to errad deploy on his army. It's a sensible decision because that forces Nullo and he was mostly conscripts. He's got plenty of repair drones to repair everything else that isn't rattling another conscripts. He does successfully force Null to back off. The only major problem here is that he's run out of his cannon fodder. I still hear things taking radiation damage. I think that's the war. Yeah, that's the war miners. As there was some eradicated. Oh, that's just harsh. That is unfortunate. Jacko has stunned the MCV here before Null could deploy. It looks like he forgot. He's gonna try and take the tech machine shot, but to no avail. A couple of Tiggers get lost on the pathfinding, it looks like. And this MCV is going to die a very slow and painful death to communication. Another eradicator deploy up here in Jacko's home base, good thing there's nothing else that isn't radiation. So let's see, Elite Reserve? No, Elite Reserves is just for now, but we have Elite Weddings on the field now, which is entertaining cool. Anyways, like you're just trying to keep the maneuverability. Oh, another engineer just died, Jacko. His own eradicators are his own worst enemy here. As he puts down the flat cannon here, but he loses another engineer to a Foxtrot again. Shitskoy gets dragonflied, unfortunately, and that's going to be a very dead Shits. EMP comes down, takes out all of the Tesla cruisers, forces the infantry retreat from Null back towards his own hammer defense. Volkov is out on the field. Hasn't been EMP. Oh, he has now. That's it. That's a very dead Volkov. The singular Dragonfly serving JackoDerp well. Another Terror drop coming on the backline doesn't accomplish much. Volkov unstunned now, however, or was. As it looks like Null forces to retreat from Jacko. But he can't, I don't think he's going to be able to get the Senti kill. Oh, he might, there's no E-Reds left, except he does get the Centurion. That's a nice kill from Null, but the question is, can he convert it into anything else here? Volkov gets stunned by a Dragonfly again, there's an Eradicator deploy. Oh no, oh, that is unfortunate. It doesn't look like Null's able to convert that tactical victory into a strategic, but he is going to pick up the Centurion. Or no, he isn't. That's unfortunate. No, but it's not like it would make that much of a difference. No elite reserves off yet, but they're still going on. Now we're starting to see the Newers come out instead of the Williams. Second hammer defense down in an effort to try and stem the tide here. Using Desolators in an effort to meet Eradicator, which is just going to be the last thing standing, but Wallbuster comes in and absolutely deletes the hammer defenses. Null's going to want to deploy his Desolator. The Desolators are in fact crushable, but not when they're deployed. So the deploy was absolutely the right call to make there for Null, but I don't quite think he knows that. And these Coilings, which is just why they're here for base killing. He's going to get the Iron Curtain even with the smoke debuff. There it goes. Does not look good for Null. He's going to lose his nuke plant as well. Volkov comes out again, but I don't get Yandra is there outside. That's a dead Volkov. He's stunned one of his own Newers, and he hasn't actually got anything that can realistically kill Volkov because he's Radimute. I mean, he's got a Newer doing it actually, so it's just got to be fine. He's going to be careful that he doesn't EMP himself like that. Oh, hello. Oh, that's spicy. We see Yandra deploy here in an effort to get some extra building damage. All of the tech here from Null has been cleaned out. He's out of money. He's cleaned out his own Orpheus as well. There are no units. This is basically it for Null. Yeah, Null calls GG.
Player defeated.
But alas, it was a good effort nonetheless.